Have you ever felt like you're kind of waiting? Waiting for your life to really begin. Well, today we're going to dive into this really powerful idea inspired by a recent article, how to stop waiting and actually start finding joy in the here and now. Okay, so this quote, this is what kicked the whole thing off. It's from the actress Tracee Ellis Ross, and it just hits so hard, right? She's talking about making a conscious choice to stop putting life on hold for some future thing and instead just deciding to be in her life right now. That's the big idea we're going to unpack. So where does this whole feeling of waiting even come from? Well, the article we're looking at points to this huge, powerful cultural force, the myth of the perfect timeline. It's this unspoken script society hands us that says there's a right way and a right time to do everything. And I bet this script feels pretty familiar. We're often shown this like prescribed ladder to being happy. First, find a partner. Then, get married. Then, you have kids. And then, and only then, you've achieved fulfillment. It's sold to us as this one-size-fits-all plan, but what happens when your life doesn't follow the plan? Well, that's when things can get heavy. If you don't follow that script, there's this subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, whisper of shame. It's that nagging feeling that you're falling behind, or that your life is missing something, that it's incomplete, and that is a real weight to carry around. But here's the good news. Tracee's story, it actually offers us a really powerful way out of that trap. It's all about a huge shift in perspective, a realization that can totally change the game. And what's so amazing is that this big aha moment, it doesn't come from a place of having it all figured out. It comes from this incredible place of vulnerability. I mean, she's so open about her grief and her struggles of feeling unlovable just because she doesn't fit that perfect mold. And that raw honesty is what makes what she does next so incredible. And this is the key. This is the big takeaway. It is a choice. It's not about pretending the grief isn't there. It's about actively choosing, in spite of all those tough feelings, to inhabit your life completely. It's a decision to stop waiting for the script and to start writing your own story right this second. So all of this, it really boils down to this central theme, choosing to live now. And it's about totally redefining what it even means to feel truly alive. Hint, it's not about these huge, grand gestures. It's about something way more immediate and way more accessible to all of us. So what is this aliveness we're talking about? It's got absolutely nothing to do with ticking off those big life boxes we saw before. Nope. Instead, it's all about the quality of your attention, how present you are in the tiny everyday moments and choices. It's about what you choose to do on a totally random Tuesday morning. You can really think of it as two totally different mindsets. On one side, you've got waiting for life. That's where joy is always somewhere off in the future, and it all depends on hitting some external milestone. On the other side, you've got living now. Here, joy is found in the present, and it comes from your own internal choices. It's literally the difference between feeling incomplete and feeling whole. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we put this into practice? Well, this is where the amazing idea of small, intentional rituals comes into play. And you know what? It's actually surprisingly simple. The author of the article, after hearing all this from Tracee, she didn't do some big, dramatic thing. She didn't book a trip around the world. No, she did something much smaller. She just cooked a new recipe. A simple, deliberate act that broke her out of her routine. And in that moment of just focusing and creating, she felt it. That feeling of aliveness. And that is the absolute beauty of this whole idea. It's not about big, expensive gestures. It's about the small, intentional moments. Like really tasting a great breakfast, letting yourself sink into a long, bubbly bath, actually looking at the trees on a walk in the park. It's about finding these little pockets of joy that are already there in your everyday life. And just to make this super real and concrete, the author shares her actual personal list of what she calls joy triggers. And notice how specific they are. A certain brand of shower gel, a specific book she's reading, a recipe from a chef she loves. These are her personal things. They're unique to her, and they totally work. And that's the real magic here, you know? These rituals, they aren't just about the coffee or the bath itself. That cup of coffee becomes something more. It becomes a reminder. It's this small, deliberate act that says to yourself, I don't have to wait for a special occasion or the right time to enjoy my life. Joy is available to me right now. Okay, so now it's time to bring it home. Let's turn this lens around and talk about you. Because this isn't just about an actress or an author. This is about your life, your joy, and the fact that it's all happening in this very moment. And I want you to really hear this next part, because it's so important. This is a powerful affirmation straight from the source material. You are worthy of this feeling. You are worthy of inhabiting your own skin completely, with joy, with tenderness, with delight. Not some future version of you. The you that's here today. So, this all leads to a question for you. A little challenge. Don't think about next week or next year. Just think about today. What is one small, simple thing you can do today that will make you feel alive? And we're going to leave you with this beautiful final thought from the author. It's really a wish for all of us. May you never wait to live, because that feeling of aliveness, that power to experience joy, it's not off in some distant future. It's right here. It's already in your hands.